Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. We're going to be taking my boy EZA God Vegeta into Legendary Vegeta event, see what my boy can do. Not a bad starting rotation, We've got him on rotation immediately, he's going to be with the LR Gods. I do want him on rotation with the LR God Goku instead though, because then God Goku can chill in slot 1, do his thing, just take no damage whatsoever. And then my boy can sit in slot 2, building up his attack. Don't forget as well, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new. I'm looking forward to this one. I know defensively he's not the strongest, but he still does have guard. Does have a high chance to do so. But I'm just curious about where we can actually get his attack to. I'm going to let him start stacking immediately. Of course, he's going to be stacking by 50% every time he supers, which means he's already on 4.5 million as it is, which means he's going to get to ridiculous lengths in terms of offense, and I can't wait for it. I cannot wait for it. And if that high chance to guard comes off, is it going to come off? I think that came off, only 8k. We're going to be taking a lot less damage. It's not going to be perfect. He's going to be tanking for like double digits against SSB, but he'll be tanking a hell of a lot better. And I'm kind of here for it. Alright, let me float the EZA God Goku off. We'll put you in slot 1, give you all the orbs. I say all these orbs, didn't really give you that many, did I? That's fine. I don't want to rush through this. So giving the gods loads and loads of orbs is not the game plan here. So I don't want to rush through this. And then not only that, as long as he's receiving an attack, he's constantly going to have attack and defense plus 77% for 3 times. So, yeah. Combined with that with the fact we may get the high chance to guard to come off, which hopefully it does more often than not. And also while stacking offensively and kind of defensively, my boy is going to be in a pretty good spot. I'm not going to lie. He's going to be in a pretty good spot. I know the arrow will go down if he is guarding. I literally just said hopefully he can guard for the most part. I know the guard goes, like, it's shown by the arrow. I know this. You don't need to tell me. It's calm, just said, hopefully he will guard the majority. That's all I want for him. Just the guard in the majority. Right, we're whacking you in slot 1 because you have type wide. We're already up to 780k. It's a good day for my boy. It's a good day. Unfortunately, we can't get the bottom half of his pass. I say bottom half. We can't get the last part of his passive off. Because we can't stun here. But in Super Battle Road, though, 70% chance to stun movie bosses or pure Saiyans, considering that's like 75% of the game in terms of enemies. I mean, he's going to be pretty good there, which I can't wait to actually try him there. I mean, you can't stack him up that much, but the fact he raises his attack by 50% on Super means you can kind of get his damage going pretty quickly. So obviously, you're not going to be able to get him anywhere near the lengths you can in this event or GT Goku event as well. We'll just give you that one. As I said, this video is not about you. This video is not about you. You can chill. We don't need you stacking up loads. But yeah, even though you won't be able to stack them up a lot in Super Battle Road, having a 70% chance to stun against like 75% of the game seems pretty mad. Seems pretty OP. That's if that 70% chance decides to come off. I mean, we've all seen how the 70% chance of UI Goku to dodge happens. 1 minute he dodges everything, next minute he dodges nothing, or next minute he'll dodge all the basics and then he won't dodge the super. So we'll see how that works for my boy in the stun. But I don't know, I say this a lot. I know defense is incredibly valuable in Dokkan, especially with how hard the events are nowadays and how hard they can hit, which is true. Like a unit that stacks defense has guard, which he does. Unfortunately, it's not guaranteed. But a unit that has guard, damage reduction, stacks defense was obviously incredibly valuable in Dokkan today, which obviously I get it is. But having a unit that can stack 50% every time they super, I'm not going to lie, I do still find it fun. I'm going to do this so we can actually stack up. I do find it fun still. Again, I know defense is so valuable, and it is 100%. But a unit that can stack up their attack and by 50% of that each time, it's fun. It's fun to me. Seeing how far we can get a unit to go offensively and just see how big the number gets. It's just a lot of fun to do. So I'm enjoying this video already just because of, I just want to see where we can get him to. Especially for the fact that he can just chill in slot 2, stacking, doing what he needs to do. And then we have God Goku in slot 1 just soaking everything up. And also that medium chance of launching an additional super attack as well, on top of the fact that I have him rainbowed, means he could ideally and potentially super attack 3 times in one turn. I want that to happen. That's yet to happen for me yet. In the showcase, I don't think that happened. I think we only got into additional once. But if we can ideally super attack 3 times in one turn, I want to see it. I want to see it happen. But typically when it comes to my luck and additionals coming off and crits and etc. and be like, oh, my unit's rainbowed, he can do this and this and that. It just never happens. It just never happens. It is fully like Dokkan is listening and be like, yeah, no, you're not doing that. We don't care. We don't care. As soon as I start recording, that stuff just never happens for me. But I'm hoping we can get the 3 supers. I'm hoping we can do that. That'd be pretty crazy, stacking my boys' attack up 3 times in one turn. 50% as well. I want to get him as high as possible. Not that high. But I want to stack him up as much as possible by the time we get to SSB and just clock him for damage. What are we up to already? Okay, no, we need to be hit. We need to be... Actually, no, maybe... Have we lost the 77%? I actually can't tell. But we're getting there. We're getting there. To be fair, he should be alright there, so I'm going to let him get hit and then we can start stacking again. Hopefully he doesn't do enough damage to kill, which I highly doubt. Especially if he does hit a crit. I mean, we're getting supered. How much damage is this going to do? Let's regards. Definitely didn't do that. Jesus Christ. I'm up to 6.2 mil already. Please don't do enough damage. I never say that ever. I want you to additional. Never mind. 4.5 mil crit. Want to get into insane lengths. That's all I want. Just insane lengths. Right, you two need to build up a little bit more, that's for sure. I'll probably transform the gods soon as well, just because I don't really care about them stacking in this video. It's not about them, you know? You know what I'm saying? It's not about them. You know, they don't matter. It's not about you. You know, everything's about you. You know. I still kind of wish, though, I'm not gonna lie, I still kind of wish his high chance to guard was guaranteed. I still wish it wasn't a chance. I still wish it was guaranteed. Like, having guard is good. I always say this, having guard in general is good than not having guard at all, but I kind of wish it was guaranteed, because defensively he's okay. He's solid with the 150 at the start of turn, and then if the guard comes off, and then the extra 77% on top of that. But how hard... with how hard the harder content hits nowadays, and red zone itself, yeah, I kind of wish the guard was guaranteed. I mean, probably so does a lot of people, but me especially being a Vegeta fan, I kind of wish the guard was guaranteed. I don't think that would be too busted. I think that would be okay. When you consider some of the units we have in the game. I mean, look at God Goku. My guy literally just kryptonite there almost every unit in the game. But I feel like they could have made the guard guaranteed. I don't know. Maybe that was their way of trying to balance my boy, but I don't think it would have been too OP if he had died. It just would have been nice, okay? It just would have been nice. It would have been nice. What are we up to now? Oh, we are just shy of a milli. Nope. That light, we're on 1.7 mil. As I said, we could just let God Goku chill in slot 1, soak up the damage, even though at this point there's only 1 attack in slot 1, so it's not doing the most. And then Vegeta can stack up in slot 2. I mean, at that point, it's probably better to put God Goku in slot 2, but... I want to see how much my boy's taking with the guard active. Already up to 6.6. Already up to 6.6. Not to mention the Super Saiyan Blue phase after this. We have type advantage. So my boy is about to go in. Additional? Yes, 7 mil. Please tell me that's the medium chance. And can we squeeze another one in? This is the passive. We could potentially squeeze another one in. And if Vegeta doesn't die. Never mind. We hit a 4.6 mil crit. Oh, God. I want to get the triple Superman. Just let me have it. Let me have it. We're going to get the Dokkan attack off. It's fine, I guess. Doesn't really matter. These two are just here to just stack up. Just to make sure we don't die. I'm really curious to see how much damage my boy's going to take against SSB having type disadvantage. And I'm really curious. I mean, that's if it happens. It might not even happen. I'm actually quite lucky in that sense where a unit doesn't really get supered when they're not supposed to in these videos, or where you wouldn't usually want them to, even though I want them to see how much damage they take. I'm curious of how much damage God Vegeta will take against SSBE after being supered and having his defense lowered. Especially if we have the attack and defense plus 77% 3 turns. I want to see how much, and with the guard, I want to see how much he takes after he's supered and he has his defense lowered. It probably won't be anything crazy, but I kind of want to see how much he takes. Especially mainly because he has type disadvantage. But so far, my boy's killing it. So far, my boy is absolutely killing it. As I said, I know defense is so valuable, and that is 100% correct for Dokkan nowadays, but just see it basically, in short terms, watching big number go boom is still pretty fun. Even though Dokkan hasn't been about damage like that for so long. Even though you got the LRSSJs, 4s, and the gods pulling out insane attack stats, you know, Kaioken Goku pulling out insane attack stats. So many units doing ridiculous damage, like 7-8 mil is kind of the standard nowadays. Still, watching units stack up and watching big number go boom can still be fun for me. Like, I still find enjoyment from that, even though defense is crucial. But watching big number go boom is still fun. Right. Yeah, we are sitting good. We are eating good right now, boy. Where are they up to? They've barely stacked up at all. That's okay, they have type advantage against SB anyway. It's just so good to have God Goku just chill in slot 1 like it's nothing. Like, this whole event is derived around a pure Saiyan. God Goku chills in slot 1 and just Vegeta chills in slot 2 doing his thing. Yeah, we need to get our 77% back. Also, I think a lot... Okay, maybe not a lot, but I think people will agree with me. We need a Dokkan Fest God Vegeta. I know there's not that many animations from DBS Broly to now work with. Technically, his animations are a little bit old. Like, this was when the animations started to really pick up. Like, Gogeta and Broly's animations were ridiculous when the DBS Broly units dropped. Sideband units, they were decent. They weren't as good as the other two because they were sideband units. And now we've got God Vegeta and a God Goku card. I think, or maybe there's probably a tiny bit of bias in there, but I think we could get a God Vegeta Dokkan Fest with updated animations. I think there is probably enough to use. Even with the God Goku and Vegeta unit, I think there's enough animations to still use for a solo unit. Especially for a transforming one, we need that. What I'm saying is, let me know down in the comments. Let me know if we need that as well. Because I'm all here for it. I mean, of course I'm all here for it. But I think it's hype enough for a Dokkan Fest. I mean, Pan's getting a Dokkan Fest on JP right now. Vidal's already got one. I'm pretty sure my boy transforming into Super Saiyan God for the first time deserves one. You know, the animation where he's like flying up in the sky and you see the thing from the tip of his nose. That would be pretty dope. A transforming God Vegeta unit, I think, would be pretty dope. And I think it's deserved as well. You could start him in base, and then you can have him transform as an active. You can have an entrance, and then you can just straight transform. I don't care. I really don't care. As long as it's a version of a transforming Vegeta unit, I'm here for it. I want it. Give it to me. Don't care how you do it, whether it's an entrance animation, an active skill, I do not care. As long as it becomes a thing, man. That transformation was dope. Question is, are we being super attacked this time? If so, I kind of want to let Vegeta take it, even though that's probably not a good idea. We are being supered. We're being supered at the end, and I don't want to float him off, so no, we're not going to let him take it. But we're up to a 2.6 mil attack stat. We do have 214k defense, which is actually quite solid, especially if we do guard. I mean, if we were getting supered and we guarded with 200k defense, that's actually pretty good. But we're almost on a 3 mil attack stat. Oh, just as I said, it's a lot of fun to watch just a big attacks that come out. It's a lot of fun, especially if he crits as well. How much are we gonna do? We got to 77% as well. How much are we gonna do? 7.8 mil. 7.8 mil. Get an additional. Get an additional off this. Get an additional super attack. Come on, you're my guy. You're my guy. Do it. No additionals whatsoever. There's a 30% chance in the passive, and there's also the dupe system. You didn't want to get a single additional from me. Ah, crazy, man. You meant to be my guy. What's going on? This is what happens, literally, as soon as I start recording, these things just don't happen for me. It's the way things go. Actually, do you know what? I'm not going to transform the gods. I'm not going to transform them for the sole reason that they will actually get stronger. And as I've already stated, this video is not about them. So I'm not going to transform them because they'll get stronger, and I don't want that. Mad, you probably never thought you'd hear someone say that. Yeah, I don't want the gods to stack up. I don't want them to get stronger. It's not about them though, it's about my boy. And so far he's doing well. As I said, I still want him to get supered. But I really want to see how much he takes after getting his defense lowered, but that's if it happens. I mean, at least with Gogeta's Scouter, we can kind of see where he's been. As long as the super attack's on rotation, I'm tempted to let him take it. But I'm not going to float him off to just take a super though. Although his damage output, of course, has calmed down because we do have type disadvantage. But as long as he's hitting crits, which of course he has a big possibility of doing, as long as he's hitting on crits, he's still hitting big damage. As I said, when I start recording, those things don't happen for me. They do not happen for me. I still think that 12 key is disrespectful. Imagine getting judo flipped on the floor. You're just some bitch. Oh, we're getting super attacks in slot 1. See, I'm tempted. I'm very tempted, but we currently don't have our 77%, I don't think. Yeah, no, because we don't have 200k defense. So the only way this works is if I use an item. Shame, really. It's a shame. But this is what makes God Goku so good, because he's just going to eat this up. Which I've already done, yeah, 36k. And he's had his defense lowered. And he's still tanking incredibly well. Usually a lot of units. You get super attacked by SSBE, have your defense lowered, you're taking like, probably at least like 20k on a basic after that, depending on what unit you are. It's still mad that they generally made EZA God Goku the kryptonite, pretty much everything in the game, and to one of the hardest bosses in the whole of Dokkan that we've ever seen. Oh, my boy's taking 130k. I mean, at least we know the guard weren't active. Maybe it was a good idea. I didn't let it get supered. Holy shit. My guy took quite a bit of damage there. Obviously, it dropped dramatically once we got the attack and defense plus 77% because he got hit. Now we've got that for 3 turns, but that initial attack, kind of like Super Vegeta with his attack and defense plus 50% that you need to get hit for or supered for. Ideally, you want both first. But damn, watching him take over 100k on a basic was pretty mad. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty mad. Yeah, that initial attack with no additional attack and defense plus 77%, that was yeah, pretty mad. I mean, I'm not surprised because he has type disadvantage, but I think even with guard, he's still taking a little bit, but obviously nowhere near that. But didn't feel like guarding at that point, which is why I'm not a fan of chances to guard, because at least if we were told at the beginning of the turn, I would be okay with it. Yeah, damn, that was I'm kind of glad I didn't set him up to take the super. I would have died. I would 100% would have died. So if he's taking that on a basic with no additional 77%, maybe with the 70%, he either would be very close to getting killed if he got supered, or he would still die. Damn. Here's what I mean. If only his guard was guaranteed, rather than a high chance, if only it was guaranteed. Like, it wouldn't have been too busted. It would have been fine. he would have been a much better defensive unit while being amazingly offensively. Like, he wouldn't have been insane defensively, but he would have been good. And he would have been insane offensively, but Vegeta, my boy's always got to be taking the short end of the stick, but he's still done really well. He's not going to get you killed in this event, even with Tide Vertige at the end. As long as I didn't even really use an item, I used one item. If I used an item in that, like, in that part, you know, and I paid attention to him losing the 77%, and, you know, that was 3 turns had gone, and I used a Whis there, he would have been calm. You know, the initial attack would have done probably like 40k, 50k. Then the rest of them would have done next to nothing because he would have got hit and he would have got the additional 77% attack and defense. But he done really well. I mean, in terms of the amount of damage he does in that event, ridiculous, because you can just get him stacking. That's probably the harder event for him as well, especially because he has type disadvantage there. But again, as long as you use an item, he's calm. He's good, especially if we've got Goku chilling in slot 1, soaking everything up. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'll see you next video, guys, and push.